Okay. So what do we say adjectives in Spanish? We say them adjetivos. Okay. We tell them adjetivos. Let me try. Yeah, adjetivos in Espanol. So as I told you that adjectives are very much dependent on noun. Okay. So this point which is mentioned over here is basically the same thing. So adjectives are like mirrors. Okay. They reflect the gender and number of the noun they modify. So in Spanish, as I told, the noun has gender and noun has number. So it will have both the things will have impact on the adjectives in Spanish. Okay, in terms of its form. So let us see some examples in the slide. Okay. So example wise here it is given that O ending adjective and noun. Okay, nouns like this is the title. Okay. So nouns have gender and number. Okay, in Spanish, and so the adjective must reflect the same gender and number as its noun. So this is the first point you should always keep in mind, that whenever you are going to use the adjective, that adjective has to be in sync with the gender and number of the noun. Okay, this is happening in Spanish, okay, not in English. So let us see the example here. If you see the example here, it is El Chico. The noun is given here, El Chico. I'm using the article here also, El. That should not be anything new to you all. Okay, so Chico is what? It's a masculine noun. Okay, so whatever adjective I am going to put after the word Chico, that also should be masculine and singular. Okay, masculine and singular. So if you see what is mentioned here is simpatico. Okay, simpatico means nice. So this adjective is also basically masculine and it is also singular. So in adjectives also, when you have O ending adjectives, they are generally masculine. Okay, so this is what happens. So you can see how I'm using the adjective with this noun according to its gender and number. For example, I'm changing this noun to feminine. Okay, so if it is la chica, okay, here obviously the article will be la also. This simpatico cannot be used in this form. Okay, you have to change the gender of the adjective simpatico. Since it is an O ending, you can change it into A. That freedom is there, and you can just do it anywhere in Spanish whenever you find any adjective like that. So it has now become simpática. Okay, so la chica simpática. The other thing which happens here in Spanish also is that if you see here, the adjective has been put after the noun. Okay, so this is something, it happens here. In English, it is simple. It is simple in the sense that you use adjective first, okay, and then you put noun. This is what the rule is in English. But in Spanish, what happens? You put the noun first, okay, and then you mention the adjective. So this is a general rule. Obviously, there will be some exceptions also, so you should be open about that, okay. But I would say around 90% of the cases, we put adjectives after the noun. So the meaning here will be El Chico Simpatico will become, it will be like nice boy, and La Chica Simpatica will be a nice girl, the nice girl, not the nice girl. Now, if I'm making the noun plural also, okay, so you please listen to it and note down also. I'm telling it again, please note down in your notebook. Very important. When I'm showing you the slide, please make a note. Don't take the screenshot or don't take the recordings only. Write it in your notebook, then you will remember. So I was telling that when you make the noun plural also, then adjective will also. So here the noun has become chicos, which is plural, and article has changed to los. Huh? So earlier it was L. So from L it has become plural as los. The adjective was earlier used was simpatico. But since the noun is plural here, I have made it simpaticos. Okay. So that rule which we saw earlier of the noun where you changed a singular to plural, a vowel ending was changed to plural by adding s. Okay, and if it was consonant ending, okay, then it was adding ts. This is what we have seen. So something similar happens here in adjective also. If you are making the adjective plural and if it is a vowel ending, you add s. Okay, so los chicos simpáticos. Similarly, if it is las chicas, okay, las chicas, the word will be sympathetic. See how everything is in sync with this noun, the gender of the noun and the article of the noun. Okay, sorry. So chicas is used here, so that's why the article is las, and that's why the adjective uh, is also feminine plural. Okay. Now, the thing which I just showed you in the previous slide, now it is just explained a little bit more. Okay, so what do we call these type of adjectives? When you find adjectives ending with the O, okay, they are considered regular adjectives. Okay, they are considered regular adjectives. And what do you do with these regular adjectives? You can make it into feminine, okay, by changing. First you have to remove O and then you can add A. Okay, so that is what we did earlier also in noun also. Like if it was chico, you make chica. Okay, it was like for example hermano, it was brother. You just change it to hermana by removing this o. So something similar will happen here with this type of adjective also. So these two were basically nouns, but here it is about adjective where something similar is happening. And how do you make them plural? As I told you, vowel ending, so you just add s. Okay. Okay, you all of you must have heard about this car also, Alto. Okay, which is actually this. The meaning of this word is completely opposite to the size of the car. Okay, because what happens here is Alto is tall, but the car which you see, which you have seen earlier also, is actually a small car. But that doesn't matter. That's up to them how they decide. But I have to tell you here that alto means tall, okay, and it is o ending. And as per this rule, okay, this regular adjective, you can change this alto to alta. So one is masculine, another is feminine. Similarly, you can make it plural also. So it is altos and it is altas. Okay, so according to the noun, you have to select the correct one. Okay, whatever is the noun, you just select one from these four. The next one is adjectives that end in or, or you can say consonant ending. So with that, those type of adjectives, what happens? The masculine one will be there, which will be ending with the consonant or or. And to find out the what do you say that feminine form of that adjective, okay, you have to add r with that particular adjective just to find out the feminine form. Okay, so let us see the example here. The noun is here el estudiante. If all of you remember in the exercise also, I told you estudiante is common for both masculine and feminine. But if you are using el, it will refer to a male student. If you are using la, it will refer to a female student. So el estudiante being a masculine noun, here I am using this adjective trabajador. So trabajador is hard working, not hardly working. Okay, hard working. So the other thing which I also want to tell you right now is that trabajador here is this is an adjective. Okay, the same word trabajador is also a noun. Okay, which means sorry worker. Okay, so that is something you will find later also. So here we are using trabajador. The noun has changed to feminine, so it has become la estudiante, and due to that reason, the adjective has now become feminine. It has become trabajadora. Okay, la estudiante trabajadora. So if the noun is becoming plural, masculine plural, it has become los estudiantes trabajadores. Okay, so consonant ending, we have added es, and here las estudiantes trabajadoras. Okay, so that is what is happening here also. So just to remember this thing, adjectives that end in z, okay, change the z to c and then add es to form plural. Okay, so what happens with this type of adjective is that you use this z ending adjective both for masculine as well as for feminine. But to find out the plural, what you do is you remove this z and you add c and then you add es, because c being a consonant, you add es with that. So let us see the example that will make more sense. El estudiante feliz. Okay, so here is the meaning is basically the happy student. Okay, and it is el estudiante, it means I am referring to a particular male student. La estudiante, it has now become, so referring to a female student, the same adjective feliz is being used. Los estudiantes felices. Okay, so as per the rule, how did we make it plural? We removed the z and then we added ces. So los estudiantes felices. Las estudiantes felices. Okay, so accordingly we have done it here. Same thing is there in the subsequent slide also. So the example is same, but there we have used another adjective which is facile. Okay, so same facile, the meaning is facile is given here, easy. Same facile will be used for masculine as well as for feminine purpose. But when you are making it plural, obviously this es rule will be used, okay, to make it plural. So in the next slide you will facile plural as facile. Okay, so this is how we are doing it. In the singular form, it is common for both masculine and feminine, and in the plural form also, the form is common for both masculine and feminine. Now, the next part is about the nationality. Okay, so what happens with nationality is that nationality is also part of adjective. How is it? Because as per the definition of the adjective, adjectives are also part of the, basically it talks about the qualities of a noun. So nationality basically talks about the person any person belongs to, means like his place of origin, country of origin. So what happens with nationality, that it changes according to gender and number. Okay, uh, different from what we have seen earlier. So the first example which is given here is El Chico Japonés. So this is the nationality. Any idea which nationality is it referring to? Anybody can tell me?
Japan.
Japanese. Okay, Japanese nationality. So El Chico Japonés is basically the Japanese boy. So what happens if it is a feminine noun? Let us see that. Japonesa. Okay, la chica japonesa. So how did we make it feminine? It was ending with a consonant, so we added a, and it has become la chica japonesa. Example which is given here is el libro alemán. So which nationality is it referring to? Any idea? Anybody knows? Then please tell me. Alemán, which nationality? Right.
German.
Exactly. I hope you have told me without searching it online. So Aleman is basically the German nationality. Okay, so in Spanish we call it Aleman. So this is the masculine one, so it is for El Libro Aleman. If the noun is changing into feminine, so La Revista, so Revista is like magazine. Okay, so it is now becoming Alemana. So La Revista Alemana. So you can see how we are changing the gender of the nationality. El restaurante español. So Espanol is basically referring to. Now here I have to make few things clear. Please note it down also. I am telling you again. Please note it down. When we say Espanol, it refers to different meanings. The first meaning it refers to is the Spanish language. Okay. So if you are asked which language you speak, so you are learning basically Spanish. So what do we say that? Espanol. Okay. Espanol also refers to the nationality. Okay, like what now we have seen. So it will be referring to Spaniards. Okay, the people who belong to Spain, you can tell, you obviously tell them Spaniards. So in Spanish, it will be Espanol. And the country is Spain. How do we say that? We say then España. Okay, so this is something you should be clear about. That España is the country Spain and Espanol is the language of Spain, or it also refers to the nationality. So here it is referring to the nationality. So El Restaurante is masculine. So due to that, it is El Restaurante Español, and La Cafeteria is feminine. So it is La Cafeteria Española. Okay, so this is how we are doing it. Now here there is a small exercise for all of you to do right now. You have to make these expressions plural. Okay, two of them are already done here. Like for example, una chica italiana. So to make it plural, you cannot only make plural this noun plural. Okay, along with that, the article will end adjective. All of this will become plural. So it is unas chicas italianas. And the other one, un restaurante indio. So India is the country. Okay, Indian basically the nationality. So it is unos restaurantes indios. So likewise, can you do all this? Make it plural. Just 2 minutes. I hope it can be done in 2 minutes. You can simply write down the answer in your notebook. Now, so anybody can try and tell me the answer for the first one. How will it be? What will you make it plural? Un chico italiano. How will you make it plural? Anyone?
Sir,
Sir,
those
Yeah, tell me.
unos chicos italianos,
Nos chicos
chicos italianos,
italianos. Italianos, not Italian, like the word you say in English.
Italy,
Italiano sound is there. Okay. Italianos. Then the next one, La Chica. Now this one you pronounce it as Mexicana. Don't say Mexicana, it is Mexicana. So how will you make it plural? Anyone can tell me? Please try.
Sir, las chicas mexicanas.
Las chicas.
Chicas.
It should be small, okay? Here I have written it in capital, this one. It should be in small. Okay. Mexicanas. Then next one, un restaurante americano. Come on, tell me fast.
Sir, unos estudiantes americanos.
Unos estudiantes
Americanos.
americanos. Yes, very good. Next one, who can try? Anybody can try, please.
Sir, unos viruses chinos.
Exactly. Unos viruses chinos.
Chinos.
Unos viruses chinos. Okay. And then the last one. Anyone, please try.
Unos amigos rusos.
Unos.
Amigos rusos.
I hope you understand the meaning of Russo, which nationality it is referring to.
Russian.
Russos.
Russian.
So this is how we are doing it. With the Indian nationality, Indian, what happens is, if it is a male Indian, we will use Indio. Okay, so this is for masculine. If it is a female Indian, then it will become India. Okay, even the country also is written India, but there is a difference. If you are referring to the country India, the word will start with the capital I. Okay, like this. But if you are referring to nationality Indian, feminine form, then this will start with a small letter. Okay, like that it will happen. Now,
Excuse me, sir. In the last slide, like for the plural of restaurant, it was resto. The R changed to T. Like, is that a typo or like it changes?
which one are you talking about?
Yeah.
Unos restaurant. Oh, sorry.
Okay, sir.
Sir, sir, the omission of X, sir, is it only for the Mexico part or X is omitted in general? The pronunciation.
Oh, you're talking about the pronunciation. It happens only with this country, Mexico, because they have this pronunciation or spelling as exactly with the by using the J also. This is how they sometimes write also. So this pronunciation is considered, but the spelling is written with X only. Okay. So it does not happen with any other country or any other word as such. Okay, so don't follow that.
Okay.
Now here the next is that if more than one adjectives are there in with a noun, then what will you do? So nothing complicated. It's basically the same where whatever number of adjectives you are adding for a particular noun, okay, all the adjectives will follow the same rule with gender, okay, and number. Means you have to put those adjectives in sync with the gender and number of the noun. So the example, and obviously we are going to use E, which means and, okay, wherever it is required. So una muchacha or una chica simpática y interesante. Okay, una muchacha or una chica simpática y interesante. So simpática is a feminine noun, sorry, feminine adjective. Similar, sorry, interesante is an adjective which we use both for masculine as well as for feminine. So there is nothing we have to do here. So you just write it like this only. Okay, interesante. Then here as a sentence it is given, yo soy, I am, okay, una chica inteligente, interesante, guapa, alta. So four adjectives are used here. Out of these four, the last two adjectives are basically O ending adjectives, and that has changed into A. Why? Because the adjectives are basically used for this noun chica, which is a feminine noun. Okay, so you have to be clear here. But here with these two adjectives, interesante and inteligente, the adjectives are common for both masculine and feminine, so you don't have to do much changes, and the meaning is quite understood, I hope. Inteligente is very close to the English word, and interesante also. So I'm not going to tell you the meaning, you can note it down. Okay, so yo soy una chica inteligente, interesante, guapa y alta. So guapa is beautiful. Okay, alta is tall, that I have already told you. Here also the other example is given, un muchacho or un chico. Okay, I told you chico and muchacho is same for the word boy. Okay, just used in different places. The adjective is bajo and aki. Okay, G and I, it becomes ki pronunciation. So that's why it is aki. So you can see here it is O ending. Why? Because the noun is O, and akil is a consonant ending adjective. So you use it common for both masculine and feminine. Nothing much we have to chew here. Now here in this list, if you see the opposite, okay, antonyms are the given here of these adjectives. So grande is like big, pequeño is small. Okay, so grande was it's an adjective which is used both for masculine and feminine, and pequeño is masculine and pequeña is feminine. Bonito is beautiful. Okay, so you have to change it. The opposite one, feo. Feo is ugly. Okay, if it is a female, then it will be fea. Listo is opposite of estupido. So estupido is you can say a stupid guy or somebody who is not smart enough. So listo is somebody who is very cunning. Okay. Then mono is cute, feo is the same, ugly. Rapido, fast, lento is slow. Largo, long. Corto is small. Now, when we say corto or corta, it is used for things, not for people. Okay. So, like for example, the building is short. Okay. So, in that case, for short, you can use corto or corta. But if it is, what do you say? A person, so for a person, if that person is short, okay, then in that case you should use bajo. Okay, bajo or baja. Mucho becomes poco. Mucho is a lot. Poco is in small quantity. Now here the synonyms are given. Razonable, genuine, means something which is genuine. So for that you can use razonable. Estupendo is wonderful. Generoso is generous. Okay, so these are some adjectives which will be useful in the subsequent class. We will be using it. The list can become longer also. Okay. Then you have colors also. So colors are also part of adjective because it also talks about the nouns, isn't it? Like you cannot use colors without noun. Okay, white shirt, black pant. So same way in Spanish also you have to use colors with a particular noun. The list is given here. So blanco is white. Okay, negro is black. Okay, or negra, feminine form. So blancos, negros, black and white. Azul is blue. Rojo is red. Amarillo is yellow. Verde is green. Okay, so wherever you are finding the colors ending with the letter O, you change it to A. In other places, you just keep it common for both masculine and feminine. Okay, so naranja or naranjo, both are used. Orange. Then purpureo is purple, violeta is violet. Okay, Indigo is the blue color. Okay, that indigo color is there. Gris is gray. Okay, marron is brown. And fino oscuro. So fino is light, oscuro is dark. Okay, so that is what it refers to. Fine, so this is the list of the colors. So just to summarize everything we learned today, something related to say mathematics also. So this x and y is basically masculine and feminine. So whatever is x and y of the noun, that will also decide the form of adjective. Okay, so this is just in short, it has been written. So remember that in Spanish, whether it follows or precedes the noun, the adjectives must match the noun in gender and number. So this is, you can say, the key point of this whole, you can say, topic. Without this, if you are following anything, it will be incorrect. Keep it till here for today, and let me just give you the question. If anybody has any question also, then you can ask me right now while I'm giving you the form. Any confusion? No questions? Very good. So in the sentence also, how will you use it? It's going to be similar. Okay. I mean, like for example, we have used these adjectives with the noun. But in a sentence, if you are having a subject, a verb, and an adjective, so there also you have to follow the same rule. Means that adjective which is going to come after the verb, that also adjective has to be in sync with that subject, whatever is the even if it is a pronoun, that also will be followed.
Sir? Sir, could you tell the meaning of fico and oscuro once more?
Fino is light in color. Oscuro is dark.
Yeah. And sir, one more question. Sir, for the word black, sir, the negro or negra, sir, isn't that a bit offensive? So
No. For them, it is not offensive. That is the only word they have. So don't worry about that. Okay.
yes,
That is not any issue for them.
yes, sir, yes.
For English people who knows English, okay, is going to be offensive. Okay, but or in Spain or Spanish speaking country, if you are using now, in what sense you are using, that is very important. Okay, if you are referring to obviously a black person and you are always saying him negro negro always like that, he may find it offensive. But in general, if you use this word negro for a particular color of any object, that is not a problem.
Yes, sir.
Give me some time. So what you have to do is you have to find out the correct option. Okay, the correct option means answer is correct. So just take your time, okay, and then give your answer. So this is all related to the class, and again I'm going to tell, give me the correct answer. Okay, don't just randomly choose any answer and then select it. Okay, it's not like that. I forgot to give you the exercise part. Sorry. First. Anyway, I have shared the form, okay, which you can keep doing it. But in the meantime, I am giving you that exercise part also. Okay. And maybe in the next class we will do it. Okay. So you can complete this form for the attendance.